How's it going, football fans? Thank you for joining us here at WOUB.org. I'm Blake Brody, joined alongside SEOAL reporter Carter Rodriguez. As we talked about on the show Friday night, not all the Week 1 matchups were Friday. In fact, there were a couple of games Saturday night, one of those being Jackson and Wellston, a matchup historically dominated by Jackson, except last year when Wellston took down the Ironmen and gave them their only loss of the regular season. But, Carter, it's a new season, and Jackson was eager to get back on the right side of this one.
Well, they certainly changed that, and they put on a dominating performance. Let's get right into it. Jackson is going to come out fired up, looking to avenge last year's loss, but we're going to start it off with Jalen Prater. Rolls out, hits Austin Craig to move into Jackson territory on the first drive, but there's a botched snap later in the drive, and Jackson's going to recover the fumble, and Austin Osborne is going to begin to work in Wellston territory, a little 16-yard scamper. But however, they go for it on fourth down later in the drive, fail. So Jalen Prater gets it inside his own 10, and he gets smacked. They're getting close up on that goal line. Their only option, throw it deep. He skies it up in the air, and Alec Osborne will pick it off. Big-time play for Jackson. You don't give Austin Osborne a second chance. He's going to take it 17 yards himself for the touchdown. Jackson's up 7-0. And, he's got to give himself a little breather just real quick because he's about to throw a beautiful goal line fade over to Ty McNally in the corner at the end of the first half. Jackson will go up 14-0. But, Wellston is not quitting yet. Osborne drops back, fires it deep, maybe trying to put a capper on the game, but he is picked off. Wellston can't do anything with it, though, and Osborne's going to get it again, and Ty McNally is going to put a capper on this one with a beautiful run after the catch, stiff arm and spin for a 51-yard touchdown. Jackson wins 35-0. Andy Hall after the game.
1-0 is a lot better than 0-1. And again, it is, and it's nice to get started on the right track. A lot of things to work on, but a young team, we'll get better. We'll build from this, and we'll be ready for next week.
So a dominating performance from Jackson. One of the real storylines in this game was Austin Osborne converting to quarterback. How do you think he played last night?
Well, last year for Wellston, they just kind of threw him all over the field. I mean, he is a freak athlete, but this is his first year entirely under center, and he looked very good. He went 7 for 12 for 95 yards, 2 touchdowns, threw a pick, but, you can forgive it. He's still learning the position, and he also was just a killer on the ground, 12 carries for 79 yards. And a touchdown, so 3 total touchdowns just accounted for by Austin Osborne. He's looking very good.
Wow, dual threat, throwing and passing. But how about that Jackson defense pitching a shutout? That's got to be a good sign for them this season.
Well, Andy Hall actually harped on that to me when I called him during the preseason. He was talking about how this was the best defense he's had. He hasn't been there that long, but still, they've had some solid defenses. They returned a lot of starters. They're not too big, but they're very, very fast. And it was a jailbreak every time Jalen did a drop back to pass. He could not find time. He had to have been sacked 4 or 5 times.
Wow, okay, so that defense looks primed and ready for this season now. What's your takeaway from this game for Jackson? I mean, this was a big rivalry win. Do we see this playing out the rest of the season the same way?
Well, you want to temper your expectations a little bit. Wellston lost a lot of talent. They were only 4-6 last year.
Right.
So, it's easy to get carried away and think Jackson's just going to run away with the league now. But what you can take away is that they have a couple studs in Austin Osborne, Drew Irvin, and Ty McNally. And they will be very good.
Hard count, what a hard!
Well, we look forward to seeing how Jackson plays the rest of the season. They're obviously one of the favorites in the SEOAL and a dominating Week 1 performance. Once again, thank you for joining us here at WOUB.org as we take a look back to Saturday night's game. For Carter Rodriguez, I'm Blake Brody. So long, and we'll see you Friday night.